Hey guys, AJ Gore here. Want to take a few minutes to talk to you guys a little about some of the little technical things that set the KastKing Stealth apart from its competitors, and even competitors that are 3 times its price. You've seen the videos all over Facebook, all over YouTube and social media showing just how awesome this thing actually casts and performs and people catching fish with it. But some people want to know the nitty-gritties and the details that aren't always expressed in videos. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to tell you a couple reasons why the KastKing Stealth stands way above the rest. So there's a couple reasons why KastKing Stealth stands apart from the rest. They basically break down to affordability, making best use of some of the new technologies and products available and materials available, and of course how they build it. Let's go over some of those features. So with a lighter spool that's lighter than just about anything else out there, what does that really mean for you, and what are you going to notice? Well, you're going to notice you're going to be able to cast farther. You're going to be able to cast longer with less effort. The lighter spool can allow line to come off the reel at a fantastic rate, which means farther casting, but the brakes have to be set correctly. Some inexperienced anglers may experience backlash with the Stealth due to the fact that it's extra fast and the line just unloads faster than the brakes are set for. The problem doesn't usually lie within the Stealth. It lies within operator error. The operator's not used to line coming off a spool that fast, and of course it over accelerates, and we all know what that means, backlash. So you've got to be sure you get your brake dialed in correctly. So one thing that typically happens that can also cause bird's nesting and of course backlash in the reel is bunching inside your rod's line guides. That happens, and that can also translate back here and cause it to be spinning faster than it can fly through these guides, which will cause your bird's nesting. Now, depending on what kind of line you're using, you can also get a little bit of resistance inside of your reel's line guide itself. Future generations of the KastKing Stealth are going to have a ceramic line guide that will greatly reduce any kind of issue here. So the KastKing Stealth is packed full of all kinds of goodies, and another one of those goodies is the superior braking system over the competition. Not just in its price point, but reels that cost 2-3 times as much. The competition generally only uses about 5 of these braking magnets, where the KastKing Stealth is rocking 7 powerful magnets. Now, you get some knuckleheads out there on YouTube and social media. There's been a couple videos float around where these guys sit there and they claim that because there are 7 magnets, you have strong magnets, but then you have a bunch of holes in the spools. Somehow this comes into play and causes the magnets to malfunction and it doesn't break correctly. That's not the case. That is some weird conjured up myth that these knuckleheads have come up with, and they honestly don't understand what they're doing wrong. It's more than likely operator error. The KastKing Stealth is actually packed with a ton of other features, like we've talked about with the lightweight free spinning spool. We've talked about the awesome braking system, but what about the drag? Well, where the competition is rocking 3 carbon discs for drag, the KastKing Stealth features 4, and this thing is packing a punch at 16.5 pounds of drag. Now, in testing, it's reaching 18 and above. Pretty impressive. So the gears in this bad boy, well, they break down to a 7.0 gear ratio, and the Stealth's main gear is actually a hardened aero-grade aluminum alloy, and the pinion gear is made of a complex combination of about 65% brass, plus some magnesium, zinc, and silicon to run smoother, last longer, and have more toughness, although it is more difficult and more expensive to make. Other brands, well, they use 55 to 60% brass content in their gears as a cost-cutting measure, but not KastKing. So one really cool, interesting feature that I like about the KastKing Stealth is, say whenever you don't have your rod or your reel on a rod, whatever reason you're swapping it out, or it's just for whatever reason You know, a lot of times you can actually reel the reel up and get your line all tangled up in there, and it kind of becomes a little bit of a pain in the butt. Well, they actually feature a little holder here, this little rubber piece that you can actually tuck your line under. Pretty sweet. Now your line won't get spooled up and rolled up in there. So the Stealth actually features a really awesome carbon makeup design to it. Now, of course, a lot of people think of carbon fiber, such as, like, say, this handle is carbon fiber. But the actual build and makeup of the Stealth itself isn't carbon fiber, but it is made up of carbon materials. Carbon fiber needs to be laid out and then compressed and then impregnated with resin. Well, a reel needs to be molded, and that doesn't quite work. Well, they found a way to use carbon, same kind of materials and theories as carbon fiber, but use that and mold that into a sleek, innovative, state-of-the-art reel. Last great features about the KastKing Stealth carbon reel is the 11-to-1 ball bearings. It's beat up, it's talked about all the time. What's not to talk about? These 11 ball bearings are deep shielded ball bearings. It's pretty awesome. The KastKing Stealth is one of my favorite reels by far. I've got several of them, and I'm quickly replacing a big majority of the reels that I fish with every day with the KastKing Stealth. And for the price point, at a retail of around $60 and under, why would you not give it a try? Check them out, KastKing.com, or pick them up off Amazon.